Good morning, YouTube. This is Dave Frost reporting in again. And this time I have another Transformer figure review for you guys this morning. This is Transformers Deluxe, Transformers Combiner Wars Deluxe Class Protectobot Rook. The Protectobot, the brand new member of the Protectobot team that takes Groove's place, but as you already know, Groove is not fully removed from the team. Anyways, so this is the front of the box with Rook in vehicle mode and his mandatory weapon. Right side of the box, we have Defensor Combiner Wars branding, Defensor's name, and the part of the team that Rook takes place in as being 2 out of 5 members, or including Groove, 6 members. Left side of the box has nothing as usual. And then on the back, we have Defensor with Rook as the left arm. All 5 members of the team. Rook in vehicle mode, Rook in robot mode, 9 steps to transform them back and forth, and a little description. Which says, if you need a rescue deep behind enemy lines or deep beneath battlefield rubble, Rook can get it done. His durabilium super alloy armor can withstand punishing blasts and hold up under crushing weight. And his vast tactical knowledge can get him out of any jam. So that's it for the box. Next is the instruction manual, which has nine steps to transform him to leg mode from robot mode. 9 steps to transform him. Well, actually, that's my bad. That's vehicle mode, robot mode to vehicle mode, and vehicle mode back to robot mode. 9 steps for both, or actually each, in that manner. Then on the back, we have 12 steps to transform him from robot mode to arm mode, and 9 steps to transform him from robot mode to leg mode. Next is the comic book that comes with Rook, with the cover art of Rook in action. But yet again, it's another repeated comic book issue of what's already been released of a comic series, and has absolutely nothing with the character figure that we get in the toy. So if you're gonna make a comic book of the toy you're getting, make the comic book be about the toy that you're getting. not about what's already been released. Anyways, so this is Rook in his ready to attack position because he's holding up his left fist and ready to swing around his right fist with which is holding his stun taser fork or staff, gun, whatever you want to call it. Without the weapons, you can notice that he has a fist and then a cannon right on top of it. So his cannon his hand cannot open up to hold the gun, his weapons, but that's what the cannons are also for. It's that they're ports where there are pegs on his weapons, so he holds them that way. So it's a pretty interesting head sculpt. Where, as you can tell, it is a Russian hat. You know, of the bodyguards, more or less the type of hats that the Russians wear in, like, their army forces, something like that. And then it also has the facial guard, of a football helmet. So it's a pretty nice combination. Now, of course, he is angry looking, even though you can't fully see that much of detail because my camera is blurry. But he is angry because he's a brute of a team member, of a fighter. So, now it's time for robot mode comparisons. Here he is with his fellow Protectobot teammate, Groove, of the Legend class scale. So he comes right up to Rook's, right above his fist. Next, we also have another fellow Protectobot team member, Blades. And it looks like Rook's a little bit taller by the head, not what's behind. What is the vehicle mode or robot mode kibble from vehicle mode. Then we have Voyager class Silverbolt. From the Aerial Bot team. So that's it for robot mode comparisons. Now to transform him. So you want to take the fists, turn them outward, raise up the arms, turn the head around, Then take the back, what is pretty much back kibble of the robot mode. Swing that to this position. Take the arms, swing them around from the sides to the back. And if you notice, there's a slot hole here and here where that thing there is a tab. Where that is a tab. Doing my best to shine a light on it. That goes into this slot. And then there's a bit of a tab right there. Right at the tip of my thumb. Yeah, that thing there. And that goes into that slot. And it's the same for both sides, so you swing the arm down and make sure those tabs go into those slots. And it should click in. Next, we take the feet, and you can see the operation going here, that is a tab that goes into in between those two tabs, so that those two tabs are pretty much a slot. That's for robot when transforming him to robot mode. And you'll want to make sure that this section of the leg goes underneath the blue part of the arm for both sides. Then take what are the feet, swing those up, and then slide what is the backpack in robot mode. You swing that over the back of the legs to create the roof canopy of the vehicle mode. And don't forget, take the head and swing it over so it goes in there. So that's Rook in vehicle mode. So he is a brute SWAT vehicle, kind of like Onslaught from Universe 2.0 Classics, from that toy line of the Transformer era. So there's nice silver painting for the front cockpit, a secondary cockpit there, nice yellow headlights, SWAT and police, SWAT and police, SWAT and police. Then there's also nice detailing of what would be human weapons or even tools if humans were driving this vehicle, which I doubt there's any humans that could scale to fit into this character. But as you can tell, there's an axe, a couple of canisters, and another electric taser gun weapon type of thing. or just a medic claw, I don't know. Then a couple of gas canisters on the back of the vehicle, and goes for the same for the other side. On the top, we get several holes to store the weapons. Two on what would be the sides of the shoulders for robot mode. Then one at the front of the canopy. And you also have that peg there. That is because the hand foot gun has a hole on the bottom, so you can just place it on that peg, and it's a mounted weapon. And we can store the main weapon on the vehicle as well. But then there is also this in the front. That peg hold there, so you can take the quad taser gun thing and put it on the front there, so he can electrocute walls to crumble before him. Another thing is that he also has a nice Autobot logo there. Now for the vehicle mode comparisons. That's odd. Anyways, so here we have Groove again, and this is pretty much what I mean by what I said in the Groove figure review, how he scales better, not so much to Blades, but to the rest of the Protectobot team. How he's more accurate in scale, being that size of a motorcycle figure, instead of the deluxe size scale, which Japan gets, where he's bigger than that. And that would make him inaccurate to the rest of the team. Because according to the Generation 1 TV show of Transformers, they have the capability of shrinking and growing to fit the scale of combined mode and robot mode and vehicle mode. Kind of like Ant-Man from Marvel and those superheroes, where he can shrink and grow. But that's not the deal here. It has to remain one size only, because we don't have the power to make this motorcycle grow in robot mode and combined mode. Not unless you have special computer effects and you had the deluxe size class Groove. And like you only use this for vehicle mode, and then you made him grow into his deluxe class scale for robot mode and combination mode. Anyways, so Rook is obviously higher, wider, and lengthier. So that's how he scales with the Legend class. Now with Blades, it's a little different, because Blades is lengthier, but Rook is higher and wider. Then there is Voyager class Silverbolt, who's obviously beating Rook in all three comparison sizes of length, width, and height. So that's it for vehicle mode comparisons. Now to transform Rook into foot mode. So you see here that these are two tabs that are going to go into these two slots right there. But of course you have to move the head out of the way because of this peg. Messed things up a bit. Once you have the canopy of the vehicle mode pegged in where it goes, you can fold the head back in. And then also bring out the connector peg, which is somewhat difficult by nail. But if you push it at the top and pull at the bottom, it's easier to pop out. Then bring out those feet and dang it. And then there's the peg hole for the hand foot gun at the bottom. So right now we're just doing the foot, and we do it that way so that that peg can be a knee joint. Here's one thing that I totally forgot about in robot mode, is that this figure and this figure only, as you can already tell, he has ankle tilt. So you can better position him any way you please. Anyways, back to combination mode. So like I said, that's leg mode. And I bring in Groove here because I apologize for this part, that I do not know how to make this happen. But apparently, because there's open space here on Rook in leg mode, you're able to take Groove and put him over this piece so that he can actually look like he were an actual leg. Like he was the actual deluxe class. Sort of. But I forget how to do that, so I'm not going to be able to do that for you guys today. But you can also take the stun gun blaster thing and just put it there for looks. Because when in combination mode, the torso robot, in this case the Hotspot, comes with his own blaster for Defensor. And Defensor is going to be holding Hotspot's blaster, so it's just easier to take all the Deluxe class figures' weapons and just store them on those limbs for storage until you choose to use them for Defensor when you please. Now, we gotta separate the legs again. I totally forgot to do the articulation of the figure, which I'll take care of after this mode. And I apologize that this video is gonna be over 30 minutes. So leave the feet as they are, but peg the legs back together. Then take the waist, rotate it, and bend at the knee joints that become elbows. And you pretty much just leave the robot mode arms and the canopy up like this so that they're out of the way of the elbow. But you literally could use the fist cannons as weapons for the limb mode as well. And then you just slide down the connector peg, and there's Rook as an arm. And as usual, like I mentioned in leg mode, you can just take the stun gun weapon and just place it wherever you place it, pretty much there, because that's the only access point that for limb mode that this weapon can really store at, because you're covering up those two holes, storage spots, when doing limb mode. So now to finish the video, we go back to robot mode for articulation. So because the shoulders are on ball joints, you have 360 rotation and it goes out that far. Then there's, due to transformation, there is elbow rotation on both arms, and also of course elbow bending. Also due to transformation, Rook's head can rotate 360 degrees. And due to transformation to combination mode, the waist can rotate 360. You can put his legs out that far for whatever reason. And then there's thigh rotation and knee bendage, and the already mentioned ankle tilts. So that is it. That is Transformers Combiner Wars Deluxe Class Rook, the brute muscle of the Protectobot team. And once again, well, not once again, because I haven't said it the first time yet. So this is the end of the review, and this is Dave Frost saying thank you for watching this video. Please rate by liking, comment, share, subscribe, do whatever the heck else you want with all the videos here on my Dave Frost channel, as well as all the videos on my Mr. D Frost 2 channel. And once again, this is Dave Frost saying thank you for watching. Have a great day, have a great week, and remember, go forth and build on.